I'm this close to fucking firing you. You've got fucking issues. Hey!
Built, not BAHP!
Eating ass.
Oh.
What's going on, everybody? I've decided to do a build series because I have a car, I like cars, and it needs a bit of work done to it, so I thought, why don't I do a fucking video series? Actually, it was Sam's idea, he's holding the camera. So I thought, why not? Let's do it. It's a 1965 Mustang from America. Came with a 289 motor. If you don't know what that means, it just means it's big. But it's got a 302 in there, which means it's a little bit bigger. It's 302 American horsepowers. And I don't know what sort of build series there are on YouTube. I know people do like them, but I'd like to think it's going to be different because, well, one, it's an older car. It's not like Mighty Car Mods where they're doing every fucking Japanese car under the sun. You've got Nissan, Subaru, Mitsubishi, Toyota, Volkswagen, all the JDM fucking cars. They've done them all, just like every other person who enjoys working on their cars. It's time consuming, it's expensive, and you're not really going to make your money back. You might do on this, I don't fucking know. I'll give you a quick walk around of the car while we're here today. It's a 1965 Mustang. It is red. This is the engine bay. And so there's more red here. See that? These are ignition systems. So I've got two. The big block, that doesn't actually do anything. It's just wired up. And this one starts the car. Yeah, that's pointless, that is. The idea is to change my... Can't again. The big block doesn't do anything at the moment. That's for later when I get an electronic dizzy. It's still mechanical in the meantime. It's got a 650 Holly and an automatic choke, which I can't seem to get to fucking work. I'm pretty sure it's fucked. I'm gonna get a mechanic to look at it because I don't know what to do with carbies at the moment. I am researching it, but I have limited time. I don't have the tools. I'm pretty sure you need special tools for a Holly. I don't know. Let me know if you know anything more than me, because I don't know fuck all. Inline fuel filter, look at that. Clean as fuck. Put it in the other day. Fucking slick. Sorry it's not in the build series. I know you're all looking forward to that, but yeah, all you do is just pull it out and put a new one in. It's not hard. Radiator, it leaks from about here. So if you look in here, there's in fact you can probably see it leaking here. So it still cools, but yeah. The thing with these cars is Ford didn't think about it obviously. They have the inlet and the outlet on the left hand side of the radiator. So basically all the cooling is happening like here and nothing's happening over here. So these cars do have heating issues, but this doesn't at the moment, thankfully. Other than that, in the engine bay, it's all pretty sweet. The alternator is cooked at the moment, but I'll be going into that a bit later because that's the first thing we're replacing. The wiring is just a fucking shit show from the previous owner. Not my problem. Don't really want to touch the paint closing this fucking... It's not a showroom car, but it's still, you know, it looks good from afar. Don't get too close. When you shut the bonnet, you have to like... That was my knuckles. Disc brakes on the front, they were drums, they got upgraded, very nice. Drums on the back still. Paint job, if you come have a look here, it's can you see that? It's pretty good. Yeah, that's red. If you look in here on the panel, this basically describes anything about the car, 1965 and all that shit. This code, I'm pretty sure it's the 26 there. It's meant to, that means the car's blue from factory. So yeah, that's a thing. Inside the car, I don't have a wooden deep dish steering wheel yet. I will be getting one. I don't know where the fuck this came from. I don't think this is a standard in any way. I'm pretty sure it's just some generic wheel. Fuel gauge doesn't work. That reads empty. And as your tank empties, the gauge goes up. So that's always handy, but it stops at a quarter tank as well. So the sensor's fucked in there. The voltage, I'm pretty sure works, but I still don't know, I haven't tested it. Speedo, that just doesn't fucking work. Basically, if I'm doing 100 k's now, on here it says I'm doing 85 miles an hour. You do the math, but yeah, in Australia it doesn't work. Water and tank gauges, I think they work. They seem to read and hold steady at about 200 Fahrenheit and 60 or 50 oil pressure, which I think is normal. This is, yeah, that's loose. It's got an anti-theft system. Basically, you can't start the car unless you do this. This is all shit from the previous owner. I haven't played around with it yet. I want to do it, and now I'm going to do it in the form of a video so I can be criticised for it. At least the doors work. That one doesn't work unless you're on the inside. Oh yeah, this is a classic Ford Mustang GT Fuel Cap. I'm 99% sure this is not a GT. The seal is just, yeah, paint job's all fucked. It's good. I love these cars because when you're filling it up, you're standing like this. And yeah, it just looks like you're taking a piss into the car. It's good. Technology in the 60s, where it was self-opening boots. That's always good. Battery's been relocated. This is fresh, like it's 2 days old because the other one cooked itself. But yeah, it's not charging because the alternator's fucked. This here is my favorite mod. This is the jumper. Basically, not the jumper lead, sorry. Basically, that's there to just catch the water that comes in. When it rains, it leaks through the seal around here. I tried to cover it. I tried to fill it in the meantime until I replace it. Basically, that's just there to catch the water so we don't rust out the boot, because that's a big issue with Ford Mustangs, especially the earliest models, because they just rust everywhere. Luckily, there's not too much rust. There's actually almost fuck all. Mostly if it's surface rust, and it's mainly on the front of the car in the engine bay, so there's not a lot of rust on here, which is good. That's the main thing when you're looking at buying older cars. If it's got mechanical issues, electronic issues, that's fine, you can fix that. Rust issues, don't buy it, just look somewhere else. Rust is the one thing you don't want to look at. Is that all that rust there? Looks like a bubble, hey? You reckon that's rust? Yeah, we can cut that out. Some more GT badging, which I think is just, I'm pretty sure it's false advertising. This doesn't work, mostly because, look at the fucking size of it. And so it's like, it's 55 years old, you can't really do much about it. Other than that, the car's great, it's amazing, it's good fun. The alternator, like I was saying, is fucked. What's happened is all this wiring, this is all me and my mates just fixing it up quickly, because as you can see here, it's all just fucking melted. I'm pretty sure there was a live fire in here while I was driving. I don't know how it didn't explode in my fucking face, basically. It just melted shit and left it. Whoever wired it up for the old owner basically decided that 12 gauge into 8 gauge wiring was a smart idea from an alternator, and as the battery died, I believe it backfired, cooked the alternator and started the fire. Now the alternator's fucked, so we've got a replacement which we'll be doing as our first modification for the build series. And this is my other friendly modification. It doesn't work, obviously, as you can see. This is basically to catch all the oil, because it's got string seals, so it's going to leak. Basically, the rule is if it's leaking oil, that means there's oil in it. It's not a huge leak, but the plan really is to fix the alternator, get some better ignition, get it tuned, and then start working on fixing whatever's broken, getting this paint job fixed up. We're going to do that ourselves. And yeah, so I decided to go with this. So we're going to modify it, and we're going to definitely restore it and make it a better car than what it is now. You might be retarded. How did you do that? What happened?
My finger was caught on the strap.
Yeah.
And I was like, tried to swap hand, and it just went.
Oh god.
All right.
Did it turn off?
Yeah, and I turned this thing back on. Yeah.
I'm this close to fucking firing you. You've got fucking issues. Whether it's actually worth your guys' time watching, I'd say yes, but I'll let you be the judge of that. All this piping is fucking coming apart, hey. The good thing about these engine bays is there's nothing at the bottom. It's just, if you're dropping your 10 mil, you've got a better chance of not losing it, because it just falls straight through. That's always nice, that's handy, but you're still gonna fucking lose it in here. I'll start the car up so you guys can hear what it sounds like. It has got AFI heads and bigger cams, so because the choke's not working at the moment, I've got to sit on the throttle for about maybe a minute so that it can idle by itself while it's cold, but hey. Cars, they're good fun. Just more loose fucking wiring. You want a cool thing about Fords, the old ones? You got your lights here, right? LEDs, yeah. And then for your high beams, it's just this little button down here in the corner. You just press that. Yeah. That's pretty fucking cool. I didn't know what the fuck that was or how to do my high beams, but I had a friend who was American, and he showed me how it was done, because he used to own a Ford when he was living in American. Alright, let's start it up, see what happens. See if I can get it to fucking idle. I've just noticed now that 3 of these bolts are missing from the filter housing. Don't know where the fuck they've gone. They were there the other day. I think they were there last week. Solid. She doesn't move. She's alright. That's basically a rundown of the car. 65 Mustang. There's not really too much more I can say. I don't know if I've forgotten anything. I'm sure I'll bring it up in future episodes. But yeah, we're going to start off with replacing the alternator, because that does need doing. so that we can actually charge the car so it doesn't die in the middle of the fucking road. But yeah, thank you for watching, and always remember to drive fast and eat ass.